Hey, how's it going everyone? Mick Ambrose here from All About Tech. Welcome to another video. I just want to start today's video by just saying a couple things. The first one is, it's Friday, so I'm going back to work today, unfortunately, which means I will be absent over the weekend, which I'm hopefully going to get a video ready before I leave for tomorrow. But if I can't, then my next video will be Monday. So sorry about that, but life. The other thing I want to say is just a massive thank you to everyone that that has showed the support on the channel, especially yesterday. I've just yesterday hit over 50,000 views for the channel, and it's just absolutely crazy thinking about I only started YouTube only a few weeks ago, and it's just flown. But anyway, that's that done. Today's video, I want to talk about I want to go back into CoinMarketCap and talk about why I think now there is a strong possibility that we're just going to see gains, and we're going to see this bull run finally come. So if I go to, let me get onto the right screen first. Right. Let's go to the display capture. So, as you can see, Bitcoin has broken above the $8,000 mark now, and it's been a while. It's been a while since that's happened. Let's look at the 7-day. Yep. It's not been there for roughly 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So it's broke that trend. Yesterday we saw huge gains upon many cryptocurrencies, and it started to try and resist at around 7.5, and it dropped back down a little bit, but then it broke back through that resistance, and it's just. And at the moment now, it's trying to pull back a little bit because it was like $2 shy of 8,100. So there's always going to be that little pullback before it then pushes back through again. But I want to show you a tweet from a very popular person on Twitter. His name's Armin van Bitcoin. And this is a tweet that he put out yesterday in regards to Bitcoin's volume. And if you look at this... why is my head in the way? I'm going to duck quick. If you look at this huge candle here... There you go, I'm going to come back up now. And then the caption is, that was the biggest 1-hour volume candle in Bitcoin history. Over 38.5 thousand Bitcoin traded. That's $270 million in an hour. And that's why I think we could be on the verge of getting this huge run. I mean, look at the rest of these candles. This candle just absolutely dwarfs them. And I think one of the reasons why we're going to go on this big bull run now is because the American tax year is ending, and a high percentage of money from the crypto market does come from America. It's not like the majority, but I think it's at least like 30-odd%, which is a big deal. And their tax year is ending. Everyone's been consolidating their assets to pay off their taxes because there's been a lot of profit over the last 12 months. So there's been a lot of selling to be able to work out what their tax is to be paid on it and stuff, and then pay their taxes. But in the next few days, I personally can see Bitcoin rising back to the $10,000 mark, which would be fantastic, especially for all the other altcoins. And someone commented on my video yesterday about saying that finally someone realizes that that Bitcoin's price does influence altcoins, and it does. At the end of the day, you use Bitcoin to buy all of these altcoins. Unless you can buy these altcoins with fiat currency from big exchanges, then Bitcoin will always play that factor. But that won't be much of the case in the future. I mean, as you can see here, the Bitcoin dominance has reduced a little bit. So if I go back to the market cap, and if I go to Electroneum, and what I want to talk about here is, well, it's gone up a little bit more since. Fantastic. But what I want to talk about in regards to Electroneum is why getting onto a high volume exchange will potentially help the price increase. And the reason for that is because a lot of the big investors are only on big exchanges. They don't sign up to these small tiny exchanges. They wait for a crypto to come to these big exchanges, and then they're like, okay, well, it's a proper project. Let's buy into it. If you look at the volume, the trade volume for Electroneum is really low. It's stupidly low. Oh, whistled then. And then to back this up, I want to go to a crypto that saw humongous gains yesterday. And where are we? Where is it? Mithril, here we are. So that doesn't look like a high number, but yesterday that number was like 160%. They dropped outside the top 100, and then they've fired back into the top 100 yesterday. And the reasons for it, I mean, if you look at this right here, we're going really steady, we're going really steady, we're going really steady, really steady, and then boom, and it just took off. And there was resistance, obviously, because it was such a high gain. When you have such a high gain, it's going to pull back, and then it's come back up, and then it's still very volatile because it was such a huge gain. When you get gains like that, it almost never stays there. It will correct itself and then continue to grow after that. But the reason why I'll talk about exchanges is because Mithril announced two things yesterday. They announced that they were going to be appearing on Steemit, and that they announced that they had been listed on BitHum. And BitHum have really high volume. If I go to Mithril's trade volume, it's sitting there at $222 million. So when you get such high amounts of volume for trading, one, in regards to Electroneum, there's been a lot of these putting in loads of sell orders. Volume of that size you'll never be able to keep a price low. And not only that, it's just the sheer amount of buying and selling, and the sheer amount of investors that are on a big exchange that originally buy into it low and then they sell it high. And at the moment, Electroneum is really low. So that's all I really wanted to go into on that, to be honest with you. If you want to check out Mithril, I had a little look about it. It's kind of like content, like social content creation and how to get rewarded by posting your content. But comment down below if you want me to do a thorough analysis on it. I haven't looked into it very much. I had a quick look at their website and it looks pretty cool. But I've not had time to do a proper in-depth analysis. If you want me to, because like I said, they had humongous gains yesterday. So I think that maybe it's something worth looking into. I mean, obviously the massive gains happened, but with Bitcoin looking to go on a bit of a bull run now, we could see even more gains for them and for other altcoins as well. So that's all I really want to talk about, to be honest with you. Exchanges, as soon as Electroneum hits those big exchanges with massive amounts of trade volume, the price is going to be whatever the buy and sell price will be. None of this putting in tons of tiny sell orders just below the price just to keep it low. If you look at Electroneum's price, where are we? If you look at Electroneum's price and you look at it here, it's not a very good example because it is a bit up and down, but you look from the 10th of April all the way until the spike, it is literally just like it's just like a line. It's just a straight line. I mean, if I drew my lines like that, maybe I'll be a bit worried, but it's incredibly level, and then you get that huge rise, and then you've got this, and you've got that it's steady growth, and that obviously is because of Bitcoin rising as well. But as soon as the patent gets approved, mobile operators get announced, which I reckon they'll start announcing the first one in like 4 to 6 weeks, and then getting on big exchanges. I think bigger exchanges may happen sooner now because of Denton's putting their post out. If you think about law firms and how partnerships within business happens, a lot of the time it's down to sharing a mutual law firm as their, unless like a company specifically going out looking for something, then they may go just on a limb and look for a big name brand to partner with. But a lot of partnerships, like small business partnerships, they happen within because the law firm introduces them to each other. And by Denton's putting that post on their website, any one of their clients, because I mean, if I was a CEO of a big company, I'd be keeping tabs on my law firm to see what they were doing and who they were working with. So maybe that's another opportunity for Electroneum to gain more partnerships, but that's a whole different story, and that's something I'll probably cover next week. Thank you again. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, and I shall see you. I almost forgot to. I keep forgetting to put this bloody ending screen up. I've designed it really nicely, and I don't use it. But have a brilliant weekend, guys, and I will catch you guys out in the next video. Peace out.